Well, folks, if you catch me in the news or see me in the newspaper, we might have accidentally contributed to a very expensive Pokemon scam. The other day, a viewer popped into my live stream asking about vintage Pokemon cards. I'm gonna link the video down below, but a while back we put out a video how to spot fake vintage Pokemon cards. The person was going to pick up a very expensive collection, saw that we were live and started asking us questions. This was a dope experience, being able to talk through kind of like his thought process around everything, giving him some insight onto like how to spot these cards, how to see if they're fake or not. Always be aware of what you're picking up. Don't get scammed. Never want to be a scammer. So if you're into TCGs, RPGs, things like that, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with some of our other content, and let's get into this crazy vintage story. It seems pretty legit. Like I said, the little like the markings around the foiling seem kind of like naturally occurring. The text seems spot on, and then typically what I like to do is like pull up a comparison, so we could do kind of like a side-by-side here. You also want to be looking for like obvious like font things are going to be big, making sure the printing is like top notch with these wizard error Pokemon cards. There's gonna be like not a lot of like printing or like quality control stuff that you're gonna see later on, but it's Charizard seems legit. I'd really want to see the back too. So the best thing I could tell you also is if you have some cards from Unlimited already, bring them and then compare like just like the pigmentation on the back. Yes, so bring Arcanine for sure, and then these are newer cards, but like it'll kind of give you the same reference. What you're gonna want to check to make sure is like the coloring or along like the borders match up to a degree. Like if it's these cards being like 26 years old, there's gonna be some normal like wear, but like the coloring difference shouldn't be too much. That check out the fonts from the Pokemon. Sometimes for the fake cards, like it'll be a little blurry, whereas your Arcanine should be very crisp, straight lines, and then the coloring within the yellow of the Pokemon. So like be on the lookout for those errors in like the cards itself aren't going to be like super relevant or prevalent in better fakes, so just be careful on that. So like this looks legit. The telltale sign like would probably be on the back. You want to like, I'm looking for like weird random typing, but like those are like your poorly made Chinese cards. But I'd probably like from this it looks legit. It looks legit. With this one, again, like I said, the hollows seem fine, but like in person, like really take a look at this HP up here. If you look back at the Zard, like a lot cleaner. This one, it could just be the picture, but like this looks super blurry. So just make sure like you're comparing those, make sure that's all lined up. But like the hollowing seems spot on. Make sure that's a star too. Like it's just like the picture quality here is a little rough. So definitely take a closer look at the Blastoise. Again, the back is going to be your best friend. But you see the discrepancies here with the Blastoise and the Zard. So like, again, like check the Arcanine, and Arcanine's a great one to have because it's a fire type. So you should have similar you have the similar background. You'll be able to see the red on red. If you have a water type Pokemon, bring that. The thing here throwing me off is like this HP is very smudged. So this also looks very clean now, like in comparison. So like something seems off between the two cards, so I'd be very like, just like keep an eye out for that. I trust your gut too with this. Like if Arcanine you pulled it, you know you have it and it's your card. Definitely like reference that hard. See if you can bring types. Oh, these are in a different language. So at least the Venusaur is in what? German? But again, that printing, I do have a Magikarp we'll bring him with. The German one's interesting too. But check on that. So either one of two things is Dutch. Okay, okay. Agron could have helped me with that over on Twitch. The Dutch. But this, like I said, so something's off between the cards. Like this seems really clean. So just heads up there, like I said. This is a bit more blurry. Could just be the camera, but a little better. Got the star in place. 3 and 1. And then making sure the bottoms all line up. Nintendo Creature Game Freak. So like making sure like the years will add up, like all consistent. Okay, and the Dark Chart. So my like most familiarity is gonna be with the Unlimited set, the Team Rocket stuff. Again, just for reference, I'd pull up if you have any. Like I don't know if you have like maybe like a Blade. That's Gym Leader set. But there's the whole Dark series of the Charizard line that you should be able to reference. Another thing, the thickness and like the consistency of the cards should be very similar. So yeah, the newer cards, you're not gonna see it that much, but like if I have, damn, I don't think I have my actual cards. I think they're at my parents. Do I have any good reference? But just like check on the back too. So when you look at the back, like some of the fake cards are gonna have like a really waxy kind of glossiness to the back. It'll be like oversaturated kind of, and like just again like using your cards as reference, like notice that like if this card, like wow, like this is a newer card, so it's gonna be a lot different, but like notice how like this one, if the light's reflecting it off it like this, like it should have a similar like reflection or kind of like feel to it too. So not like super apparent, but when if you're doing like a larger purchase, like all that stuff should line up. What would you say it's worth for everything? That's a tough. So it's all gonna vary based on condition of the card too. So like if you're looking at a like mint, the like gem mint versions of all those cards are gonna be very expensive. But what you can do is search like that. So you search the card, look at recently sold option. Sold items. So now you can look at sold items and find your comparable prices for each of those cards in that collection. No, of course. Like it's at this point, like it's like almost an art investment. Like the cards are so classic nostalgia, and like it's a big purchase. So, but what I would do is I'd go to eBay, look at recent sold comps or comparables, and this will kind of give you a ballpark of where you should be at, what you should be spending. So like again, this is base set Charizard, no scratches, like 300 by it now. Again, very clean. That's around 400. This one sold for 150. 316, 300. PSA cards are a little different, but like, I check eBay, and then for, I know video game collections, there's a site I use, but like TCG Player will have a guide, yeah. Hope it is, seller told, yeah. Base set, go. Okay, yeah, and like I said, like, feel the person out too. Like, we like to think like most people aren't like, I like to live a life where most people aren't scumbags and like scam artists. The guy, like, those cards like seem to all be in his binder too. However, he did have a fake first edition with a shadow, which made me suspicious. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm... Yeah. So like I said, like... And it also very well could be he has these, and he did acquire them in his childhood, but like he had just acquired fakes in his childhood. So like I've had cards that I've had for 20 years, and then like revisiting them, I go, oh shit, like actually, maybe this is fake. So like it could be unintentional, but yeah. So like yeah, like I said, the Czar is probably gonna be that big picture, big cost item. There's a sell list and a buy list. So like I said, trashed ones are going to be like they're damaged with the scratches on the face, some of the wearing around the edges. I'd go like moderate to probably moderately played. Near mint comp, that one's not near mint. So I'd ballpark somewhere in like the 200 range. And Pete, this one's 250, which looks kind of similar. He doesn't have the backs of any of them, right? Yeah. Alakazam's crispy. The Shiny Gyarados is fire. But like I said, this era I'm not super familiar with, so like just careful with those. That Lugia is also sick. Yeah, these are those are very expensive too. I know the Lugia is super expensive. The Shiny Gyarados also. So I just threw the that website too. So that'll give you also like a very easy to read breakdown of what these cards are have been going for, comparable prices, all that jazz. So like I said, that Lugia is $150 all day. But yeah, that's a great card to pick up. 150, 120. So like just take a look at what they're coming in at. None of these are like mint 10s pack fresh pulls. So don't go too overboard. Yeah. Seems good, man. Like I said, they seem for the most part pretty straightforward, like solid. The back's gonna say it all. Like typically, like that's one of the hardest spots to fake. So I'd go keep an eye out on that back for sure. Now I wish you the best of luck with all that, because that seems like a great pickup. And if you can get that at a good price too, like snap that up. Thank you so much, appreciate it. I've checked the back for sure. Okay, good. I'm gonna do some research online. Have a good stream. Nice video. Hell yeah, man. Best of luck. And like I said, keep me posted too. Even if it's just like in the Discord, like drop like, hey, pick them up. Like I'd love to see kind of like the back of them, and then see kind of like how it all compared to kind of what I was saying, because this is fun, man. I love doing things like this. So honestly, thank you for stopping by and giving us that little treat of some vintage Pokemon.